This episode of Snake Bites brought to you by Kritter Crumbles. Hey, Brian from Snake Bites here. I get asked all the time what animals we keep that aren't snakes. So we decided to dedicate this entire episode to a non-snake animal show, and make sure to stay tuned because later in the show I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to win a month-long supply of bedding from Kritter Crumbles. This is Snake Bites. Of course, we're animal lovers here at BHB, so not everything we keep is just a breeding project, but certainly some of our non-snake projects can be breeding projects. Some of them are for educational shows that we do when we do presentations, and some are just really cool, so we decide to have them around. I want to highlight those animals for you right now, starting with my project of the night Niles. Now, I've showed you these guys before, and I love them. The biggest challenge with these guys is just trying to tame them out. And as you can see, I've been working with them for the last few months, and they're getting pretty tame because, again, Nile monitors can sometimes be a little bit aggressive. These guys will get 5 or 6 foot, so you don't want a really aggressive Nile monitor. That's a monster because it could definitely do some damage. But as you can see, these guys are pretty chill now. They'll run away a little bit, but they're usually not biters anymore. I've highlighted these guys before in the past. Basically, the way I keep them is just in these tubs with a nice hot spot that can get up to 120 degrees, but a cool side of the cage that's about 85 degrees. I keep them well misted. I feed them all kinds of things from eggs to rodents to even chicken hearts. They're just little monsters, but the biggest thing is I really hope when they get big I can breed them and actually prove out these guys to be genetic, because after all, these are the only 3 solid melanistic Nile monitors that we know of in existence, so it's a pretty cool project.
Hi, Brian from Snake Bites here. Just kidding, it's Chewy, and today I'm with my friend RJ that I rescued, and this is American alligator. The American alligator will eat goldfish, chicken. They'll grow to about 12 to 14 feet. I'm an experienced handler, but it's not a good pet for other people. Only people who know what they're doing, like me. I'm the alligator tamer.
It's getting really close to Christmas, so we want to know what you want for Christmas. Personally, I want a lychee, big giant gecko. If anyone wants to buy me one, you're welcome to send one here to the shop. I'd be really appreciative. I want to know what you want that's not a snake for Christmas.
Of course, I have my girl's Zombie, which is a rose-haired tarantula. Now, I got her for 2 reasons, actually. One was certainly to take her to presentations when I'm doing educational shows, but I certainly got her because I was terrified of spiders, and I still am to some extent, but as you can see, I've gotten pretty comfortable with Zombie. Now, she's a really easy animal to take care of. You just got to keep her about 80 degrees, you feed her crickets or even pinky mice, and basically give her a water dish. They live for a long time, and they're super easy pets if you can get over the creep factor.
These are our Crested Geckos. We have 2 of them, a male and a female. Although we're not really trying to breed them, they're pretty much just pets. Crested Geckos are really easy to keep because you usually don't have to use any heat lamps, and they don't have to eat any bugs ever. They eat this stuff called Crested Gecko Diet, which is a powder you mix with water. Very easy. They're one of the simplest geckos you could ever keep.
This is a little side project that me and the crew are doing. This is a devil's flower mantis. It's actually really rare in the insect hobby. It's one of the largest mantises available. They only eat flying insects, which is kind of hard to get in the hobby. They're from Tanzania, and they go through a lot of different color phases. And when they're adults, they look completely different than this. They're actually green, purple, and everything, and I think they personally look like a transformer. So this guy's named Optimus Prime, and he's awesome.
Okay, these are our new leopard geckos. Brian just got them at the New York show a few weeks ago. Lori's not too happy about it. We do intend to breed them, but they're also going to be used for presentations for educational shows when Brian goes to them, because they're a really friendly gecko and they don't tend to scare kids very much. Unlike the Crested Geckos, who come from a very mild region, these guys come from a very hot area in Pakistan, so they need to be kept a lot warmer than the Crested Geckos do, which is why they're here in Chewy's room instead of in my room. These guys also are carnivorous, so we feed them a lot of mealworms and crickets instead of the powder fruit stuff that the Crested Geckos eat. These guys take just a little bit more work than the Crested Geckos, but not much. They're still a really easy to care for and fun gecko to have.
We keep a handful of bearded dragons. Again, they make really cool pets and they're great for educational shows, but we're trying to breed them too. We're only going to produce a handful of babies every now and then, so we're not going big scale by any means, but they're just such awesome animals that we certainly love to keep a couple around, and they're really easy to keep. I've said it before, they make one of the best pets when it comes to lizards. You just want a really good hot spot in them, again about 110, even 115 degrees. We use UVB light, usually about 10.0 on them. We feed them anything from superworms to lettuce and all kinds of different veggies, and even the occasional cricket. Again, these guys, you cannot get any easier when it comes to keeping a lizard, and their personality is just awesome.
This is one of our 4 sulcata tortoises here. We have 3 of them this size and one that's just a little baby. These aren't really for breeding purposes, they're just here as pets, and Brian likes to take them to shows because they can be really interesting. They're a really cool pet to have and very friendly, but if you're thinking about something like this, you have to realize it's a big commitment. These guys get very big. This guy's pretty small still. He can get over 150 pounds and he's going to outlive you, so you have to make plans for an animal like this.
Okay, the second animal I'm going to show you is a rescue too, but it's much more easier to take care of. This here is Chubs. This is a toad. He was dried up like beef jerky in my garage, and I rescued him. And look how big he is now. I feed him pinkies and crickets and everything. He's the fattest toad on the face of the planet. We just keep him as a pet. We take him to show because he's great with kids and adults, of children of all ages. So here you go, Chubs.
Snakes will always be my first love when it comes to animals, but as you can see here, we're animal lovers on everything and not just reptiles. I just have to convince Lori to let me start that giraffe farm. Alright guys, you know that Kritter Crumbles is sponsoring the show this week, which means we have to come up with a really cool ad spot. So I wanted to know if you guys have any ideas for me. George, how about you?
Alright, I got this. Check this idea out. I don't let anything come between me and my Kritter Crumbles.
George, that's a Calvin Klein commercial. We need original.
Glenn, if you want original, I got original. Check this out.
Kritter Crumble! So easy! Caveman do!
Pretty good, right? You love it? I love it.
That's the Geico commercial.
Okay, Brian, I've got something really unique, really edgy, something that'll get people really wanting to buy Kritter Crumbles.
Hey Sam, I need to borrow some of your Kritter Crumble.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Kritter Crumble. Alright, that was pretty badass, right?
Butterfingers, Josh, help me out here, dude.
Alright, I got this idea. It's old school, it's traditional. I think that's how we gotta go. What's wrong with it?
He likes it! Joshy likes it!
There's your ad. Perfect, done, finished.
Dude, I grew up on life commercials. That's so played out. Let's just do a contest.
Yay, contest!
Yes! You want to win free betting for a month? Well, SnakeBytesTV and Kritter Crumbles are joining up to give away a month's supply of Kritter Crumbles reptile and small animal betting. This is what you have to do. You have to go to Facebook and like Kritter Crumbles page and SnakeBytesTV's page, and each week we're going to pick a new winner. For the first week, we want to hear why you think you should be the winner. The next week, there's going to be something different. Details to come. For this week's Comment of the Week, the question was, what foreign country would you like to visit? And Killer Croc 99 said,
I would like to go to Germany. I found out that Oktoberfest is actually the end of the actual German festival season, which lasts throughout the summer. Imagine all the beer I could consume.
yeah, I've been to Germany during October, and Oktoberfest is a really cool place. Definitely need to check that one out. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and if you have any suggestions for us for another animal we should get that we don't always work with, go ahead and comment down below. And make sure to follow SnakeBytesTV and Kritter Crumbles on Facebook. You can always hit me up on Twitter too. Until next time, this has been Snake Bites. So we have to come up with a really cool ad campaign. What do you guys got for me, George?
We gotta do a church just like staring at the camera.
Oh, I didn't know I was in this one.
Yeah, you're both in this one.
All right.